Kia ora tātou, ko rau e ka mai nei ki roto i te tūnui o tēnei whare o tātou.
And welcome to Momentum Conference 2014, the shape of our future.
It's great to see so many growers and industry partners here today as we look towards our shared future together. Momentum allows us to step back and refocus, to make the time to take a long-term view of our industry. To remain the world's leading kiwifruit marketer, we must stay ahead by positioning the business to capture value today and tomorrow. Is what role will China supply play in Zespri's future? And so this is not a time for complacency. This is a time for us to be thinking, wow, actually the world has never changed at a faster pace. And we've got to be thinking about what we need to do to earn our place in the sun in the future. In China, we're introducing organic kiwifruit, but we're not introducing organic kiwifruit through the supermarkets. We're introducing them through an internet-enabled home delivery model. What is going to continue to earn us a sustainable living in this world, to continue to earn our margin and our place in the sun, is our rate of innovation. It's the quality of the questions that we ask, and it's what we focus on that will define our future.
And in fact, if I have a look around New Zealand today, that complacency gene seems to be very far at bay. The dairy sector is tremendously relevant because of its size and its scale. The likes of kiwi fruit, viticulture, even horticulture is going to be rapidly closing that gap.
But it's a very different operating environment. There's no other market in Asia, no other market in the world that's got 660 cities and 250 important retail chains. China's consumers, they don't trust media, they don't trust traditional media, they don't trust the government, they don't trust companies, they don't trust advertisers. The only sources of information they trust is information from other consumers, and they get that online.
More consumers are buying online because they feel that the management is more professional. More consumers are buying imported fruit because they feel it's safer. The first thing they do when they see a brand in the market is go online to check if this brand that is imported is relevant or really exists in the market of origin. And Chinese are very sensitive to the different advantages that each fruit are providing. Zespri is doing a great job around that. China is expected to move from 50% of the world kiwi fruit production to more than 65%.
Software is eating retail. Software and technology are basically now disrupting retailers to the extent that retail can no longer sustain itself with a brick and mortar sort of model. In 2013, e-commerce hit a level of $1.2 trillion globally. Right now there are about 5 billion connected devices in the world. In fact, I think there are more connected devices now on the face of the planet than there are people. Because this generation is a generation that likes variety. They like change, and they're, as this study said, they're thrill seekers when it comes to taste. And I believe that the purpose of a store going forward is not simply going to be to distribute products the way it has been the last 200 years, but it's going to be to distribute experiences around those products.
That we want more from our shopping trips than we're getting at the moment, that we want a bit of excitement back in the way in which we buy our food. And we're not getting it at the moment, and there are small but significant efforts underway from people who are innovating in terms of delivering this to us.
Coming to France, so it's a great opportunity for us from Europe to meet all these people from the kiwi fruit industry and have the opportunity to share with them and all the speakers as well, and get views of what's going on out of Europe and all over the world. So it's going to be very, very interesting, very exciting moment for us.
Well, so far it's excellent. I thought Lane's presentation was just absolutely outstanding and very energetic. Actually reminded me of some of those amazing CEOs like of Apple, you know, the guys that walk around the t-shirts, Jobs and people like that. He's striding back and forth.
Can't wait to see the Zespri marketing team talking later on this afternoon. You know, I talk to them quite a bit on a day-to-day basis, but understanding their strategic goals over the coming years will be great to see.
I'm Dan Matheson.
And I'm Carol Ward.
And we see the supermarket, we see a whole lot of Zespri sitting in the supermarket, lots of people buying it, and becoming one of the biggest market for Zespri.
They just turned over in that one day through the Alibaba channels, 7 billion New Zealand dollars, one channel. So it's the biggest day in e-commerce in the world.
And wow, how big can we be in China? We're only in those top 4 cities really with our sales today, and at 11.5 million trays. We're now just starting to go into the second tier and third tier. Very exciting, huge growth potential there.
We cannot make the big jump as China, but we can make the steady growth from now on.
2 years ago, when I started to talk, the 3 speakers before me were drawing a picture on how bad Europe was. We have progressed. Today it was only 1 speaker before me saying how doomy and gloomy it was. I don't think it is.
And finally, Sungold for us as a positioning relates to pleasure. And that is exactly what the French are looking for.
There is very, very few brands which are well known on the French market. The 2 exceptions are Pink Lady for Apple and Zespri for kiwi fruit.
That's a really fantastic smoothie. Love it.
It's pretty smooth, just like you, Dan.
Here, the way that we're marketing kiwi fruit is changing. And particularly when we're talking about health messaging, we need to be sure that we can substantiate what we say.
All these many healthy product attributes of kiwi fruit, they contribute to the halo of health effects of it.
I have been working for marketing area more than 15 years. Because I eat a lot of kiwi fruit, so I still look young.
The consumers don't just want healthy food or convenient food, they want tasty food that's healthy and tasty food that's convenient.
Taiwan was difficult, but Taiwan has been chosen as #1 because it is a credit to the industry in total.
In marketing, what we're trying to do is set the global strategy on each of those areas so that there's a very clear direction and investment requirements as to what we're emphasising with the consumers that we're talking to.
I hope everyone here today also was able to see the passion and commitment. In fact, it's the same passion and commitment that is here growing and supplying kiwi fruit. It was that passion and commitment that I hope everyone saw from our sales and marketing team around the world.
I just think it's getting better and better. I mean, today was, I thought, extraordinary.
The speakers this morning were really thought-provoking, and this afternoon the marketing presentations just really dynamic, really energetic.
So it's awesome to feel like growers are feeling really excited about the industry again, and you know, there's a really positive vibe. It's really also neat as a working for Zespri to see kind of the other side of the business of what's going on out there in the markets, because we kind of get really wrapped up in the growing and supply side of things. To see how that other side really works is really, really cool.
Do people feel enabled and empowered to make a difference, to share their ideas? For a great idea, you need everybody to dream up thousands.
It makes you think outside of the square that you're living in. It makes you think rather than locally and domestically and kiwi fruit centric. It's making you think broader picture and out of the box and what's happening internationally.
Oh, it's great to see so many people from the industry and from the grower land here as well. I think it's a really exciting opportunity. The past few Momentum sessions have really been about facing on a major crisis, and now we've got through that crisis and just seeing the opportunity and that positive growth that's coming to us, and what we can do as an industry together is just great. I think it's going to be a fantastic couple of days. It's great to be here.